have 5 kiddos, ages 12, 10, 8, 6, and almost 3. And we are going into our 5th year homeschooling. Today I'm going to share what we are going to be using for 3rd grade. So like, subscribe, comment along. Let me know if you've used the works before and how you kind of sequence them. This is my 3rd time going through 3rd grade with Timberdoodle's kit, and their kit is revised. So I'm using a kit from a couple years ago, but this is what we are using for this year. And I have added some of the things that I thought was worthy for my kiddo to have in the newer kind of 3rd grade kit in our year. So follow along. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get started. So every single kit comes with a handbook, and it is like a mama's best friend, and it tells you exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, and for how long. And I just really love it. Just a side note, we are going to be doing this. I don't have it on my table, but it is a really cool 3D puzzle. It is in our puzzle section, and I just forgot to grab it. Anyway, so with this awesome handbook, they have a online scheduler that comes with a weekly checklist. And what I do is I go in there, I punch in, hey, here's our start date, our end date, how many days a week we're going to be doing school, and any kind of days or weeks off that we have, and then it kind of spits out every single week for me. It plans it all out, does all the math for me, and then that's just how we kind of plan out our school year. And so we do about 40 weeks of school with 3 total weeks of breaks, and it accounts for those breaks as well. So technically it's 37 weeks of school just spread out in 40 weeks. So this is awesome. I love this. I always keep this on hand. Okay, I don't have this with me right now because it's online and I can't find the CD, but we have a sketch, and I basically print out the different pages. I'm also gonna probably have him work through a sketching notebook. He's really into cars and superheroes, and we have that as well. For language arts, we are going to be doing Language Smart Level D, and it has all sorts of the different parts of speeches and parts of speech, and just sentence fragments and how to form sentences and paragraphs and all that good stuff. For language arts, our main thing is something called Mazdas, and this is something that we, after reading all about reading 1, 2, 3, 4, I do level 4. They don't really ask you to do level 4, but I do that after level 3. Kind of in the summer we kind of bust it out, and then we start Mazdas. And so Mazdas, I love Mazdas. They have a reading section, and then they have your focus kind of questions and journal at the end. And so I just have my kiddo write in their journal, and then they answer. That's not the journal. Let me show you the journal. I feel like here we go. Okay, so here is the quick review. So I'll have them do questions 1 through 4, and then I have them do either one of the focus ones. Sometimes I have them do a critical in writing, depending on if they're compelled to do so. We do have a writing curriculum that we use, and so that's why I don't really make it a requirement. With the stories, it comes with 4 to 6 different worksheets, and I have them do, I believe it's like 4 to 6 per story, and I have them choose 4 for each story. And I like it because there's, organization, there's vocabulary and other things, and I like the worksheets that comes with Mazdas. And it does have 2 books here, Daisy and Opal, and it's just easier for the kiddo to kind of, I feel like with small hands, to work with. Explode the Code is not a part of the kit, but we use it. They did it in their Montessori school. I just like that it kind of re-emphasizes the different diagraphs and chunks that we kind of do for spelling. And so this is the book that we work through. He is on book 4 right now, 4.5. I actually had him do 4 and 4.5. And so he's gonna do 5 and 6 probably this next year. And then the 4th grade do 7 and 8. For spelling, we do all about spelling, and I love all about spelling. This is the first year where it's vertical for him in 3rd grade. And so there's A, B, C, D, and E. And there's the last page is dictation, and then they basically underline, and then they kind of do the different colors. And it's just really good, they just do it over and over again, so it gets in their memory of how to spell certain things. And it's 2 books, part 1 and part 2, and this is all about America. So we're gonna have like different, historical facts about America and just how we came to be and everything else. And so I really, really, really like that. We also have word roots, and this is something that I'm gonna have him do in 3rd and 4th grade. So I'll probably have him do 1 page or 2 pages a week, so that it kind of lasts all the way up to 4th grade. And this is basically like Latin and Greek and, you know, the root words and that kind of stuff. And so it's really helping to just better their spelling and their vocabulary. For our writing curriculum, we're going to do daily 6 trait. I love these pages. They're super simple. It's not too cluttered, straight to the point. The idea is up here. For the teacher, they have, you know, the prompt and what to kind of teach for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then day 5 is an awesome journal for them to do. So they have a journal, and I'm going to show you Samuel's for this next coming year. I do have them write in cursive, and so he is going to write in cursive. And then I love having them draw kind of what they did and what they're seeing in their head. It's really fun. This year in 2nd grade, he is working through grammar and punctuation. We just started that a couple of weeks ago. So he's gonna finish that and then go into this. And I just want him to do a page a day. And I just feel like we really need this kind of extra practice for grammar. For handwriting, in the kit, cursive logic comes with it. And the different prompts and what they're writing and everything have to do, I believe, with, I think at least Abigail's did, was American speeches, but I don't think they do this at the early level. I think this is just basic strokes and early writing and how to kind of follow the different letters. And then I got this extra packet, I got this extra book for him to use. And this is, again, I'm not gonna have him do 1 whole page a day. It'll probably just be like a page a week or just 2 lines every day. For thinking skills, we have critical and creative, and it's 3 pages per topic. So there's topics about Christmas and spring, 100 days of school, bugs, fish, you know, furniture, things in the bedroom, listening, giggles, homework. And I love this because it kind of incorporates a little bit of art, a little bit of sketching, a little bit of math, a little bit of reasoning, and it's everything kind of in one thing to problem solve, and I love that for the kiddo. For history, we're going to be doing Story of the World, and I'm going to change how we are doing history because I want him to kind of say, hey, I got to do a lesson. Let me walk over to the record player, CD player, and put in the CD, play my lesson. And instead of me printing out every single page for him here in the back, this is the teacher instruction. So this is kind of something I work through him with. So I want him to go through and play it and then kind of, you know, draw this out in his history journal and then come to me, and then we can do kind of this summary question answer thing together as like mom and son kind of a thing. For this read aloud for history, I love that they do graphic novels. This book is really loved because this is the 3rd student using this book, and it's disasters in history, so it's kind of fun to go through. And then I'll have him journal about that as well. With him and John Matthew, so John Matthew's gonna be in 1st grade. We are gonna be going through Around the World with picture books. In their kit, they use a Evan and Moore geography. We have used that, we love it. My 7th grader, I think, is also using it as well. However, I wanted to do something with just the boys, and I think it'd be really fun. I have all this stuff here. I think it's on that side. And I like that it is, literature based, and we're reading picture books, we're going to be cooking, and I just want to do more of this in our upcoming school year. For math, we have Math UC, and he is going to be on Gamma. Gamma for this this year is single and multiple digit multiplication, and they have pages A, B, C, and D, E, F, and G. And A, B, and C are problems for the actual lesson, and then D, E, and F are practice systemic review, and so it goes over the different lessons for you. And G is an application page, kind of making it relatable to the real world. And I'm going to have him work through a math notebook and then, you know, right in there. And then we have a test booklet, and so there's 2 unit tests, crack of the buck, including the lesson test. So it's 30 lesson tests, 2 unit tests, 1 final test at the very end. And then they have a instruction textbook guide with the answer keys in the back, which is really nice. We really don't use this quite often. We definitely use the online videos. And what's really cool is now they have a worksheet generator online where you can just, you know, in case your kiddo needs extra practice, you can go on there. In addition to that, we have Moby Max, where he kind of, it's like a game, right? And you have these different tiles where you do addition, subtraction, and there's multiplication, division in here. And what I do is, okay, can you make the most tiles in 4 minutes? Let's see how big you can make your thing, right? Like, and then build it out. And then we have these awesome wrap-ups where is very independent. They can do it in the car when we're driving, and they do each problem like 2 times 1 is what, and then they check their answer on the back. So it's very independent. I love that for our kiddos. And then in addition to this, I'm also going to be having him work with a telling time. Abigail did work through this book and Ada, and so it doesn't need to be the whole entire book, obviously, but I'm just gonna have him do a couple worksheets here and there throughout the year. And then we also are gonna be working through money, fractions, and telling time with this one. I'm probably not gonna have him do the whole entire workbook, but it's nice to kind of have, fraction practice at an early age, especially with money as well, just with here and there. I had my girls work through a couple pages here and there just for introducing the subject. So for their new kit, I saw this awesome book, you guys, and I was like, I need to buy this for my kiddo. An animal a day. We have the poem a day, the tiger poem, and the sing a song one, and I just thought, oh, the book cracked again. This would be just super fun for him to kind of work through and read through in the mornings while he journals and does his morning time by himself. And then for science, we have Dr. Bonafide. This is the first year he is working through this. He's gonna learn all about his hand and his arm and shoulder. And this is, one of my kiddos, it comes with 3D glasses too. One of my kiddos has a hairline fracture, bone bruise, I don't even know. And it was nice because she was using the term she learned in Dr. Bonafide. And I was like, there you go, girlfriend, go ahead and you do it, yay. So that was, I love that series. So this year we're gonna be doing real science for kids. This is the first time we're using this kind of curriculum. We've done Science in the Revolution series, and I'm excited to use this because look how simple and easy and colorful it is compared to the previous science curriculum that they chose for their kits. And this comes with a digital download, and then you're like, look at how easy the kid can just literally pick this up and start reading it, and it's so much easier. It's gonna be like way better than what we used before. There's optional experiments online, which is amazing. So if we have the time, we're still able to go through the lesson. You don't have to do the experiment, and if we want to, you can just buy the things. For art, we have mystery mosaics, and this is super fun. He actually started this, I think like a year ago, because his sisters had it, and he was like, I want my own book, but obviously he hasn't finished it. I think he only started working on one. I don't know which one it is. And then it doesn't come with it. I had to buy it separately on Amazon, but it's just the actual colors that they use in it. And so he has his own set. Abigail and Ada have their own. Now he also has paint by numbers. In this one, there's going to be 4 of them. So I'll probably have him do one every other month. Or I'm just gonna keep these and have him do just 2. And then, I don't know. My other kiddos didn't finish theirs, so we'll see. For this one here is Zentangle for Kids. This one's really fun. And then you have like a super cool journal, which I'm gonna do this with him while we listen to an Audible. And it's so little and cute. You guys, I just love little things. I don't know if you guys follow this person. I'll have to share it if I remember. If I don't, comment below on Instagram who does their journal in one of these tiny little books, and it just looks so wonderful. Anyway, I got one for myself. I'm excited to do this. And that is basically, oh wait, I have one more thing, or 2 more things. For STEM, we have Grabby Tracks, and I keep it in this awesome sweater box from the Container Store. And let me get the worksheet out. So here is what it is. And it comes with different marbles, and you're making a different track, and then you go through a different challenge. I think you do 1 challenge every other week, I think it is, I'm not quite sure, or you build your own. And this is really fun for the kiddos. I don't think this is okay, so here are the different challenges, and I don't know if my kids have actually finished through the whole entire one quite yet. And so it's just really fun for them to work through, and they can either listen to music or an audible and kind of just have some wind down time. He's been expressing wanting to do robotics, and I just put all of these in like the project boxes off of Amazon. I can try to link them down below. He's working on Dreams 1 right now, and I think this is multiple projects. I don't quite remember. I think it is, yes. And so there's like an intro to robotics here. And I have not worked through one of these with my kiddo. This is something I just hand them and say, here you go, have fun. And they kind of figure it out on their own. I know Abigail had fun building a whale. And this is something he wants to work through this next coming year. This is what I have for third grade. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.